Um, right. So I want to discuss here two stories which happened like in the last 24 hours. Okay. I think, yeah. Okay. So this was the guy. So first I want to show you, okay, people will tell you that you should spend like 20 to 30 minutes writing cover letter or, writing proposal on Upwork. I totally disagree on that. Totally disagree on that. 60 seconds is maximum what I spend on any of the bids, may it be freelancer, may it be Upwork. It's very rare that I even invest like 5 minutes on on writing a bid or a proposal. Sometimes I have done, but those are like very high valued project, like 50 to $20,000. But never in my life I've invested like 20 to 30 minutes just writing a proposal. Okay. So what I suggest is, and what I train myself constantly is that I have to write a bid in 30 to 60 seconds. That is all. Okay. That is all. So, right. So this is one of the sample, projects on Upwork. So the title here says build sales funnel using WordPress, WooCommerce, Elementor. Okay. So for those of you who are into, digital marketing or are into website design and build, you might have heard these terms: WordPress, WooCommerce, maybe Elementor, and maybe sales funnel. If for any reason you don't know what a sales funnel is, I strongly advise that after this call or as soon as possible you go back on the internet and read a little about sales funnel if you are into website, web app, or any of similar services or business. Okay. Because that knowledge can help you a lot. Okay. Right. So this guy is from Brooklyn, so USA, Europe, Australia. So all these developed nations are very good for prospecting, for finding clients, because they have like good budget, or at least a budget that will turn into a good budget when converted into Indian rupees. And then you can also go through some of these statistics. And how do I use these statistics to define, to filter out the projects I want to bid on? I'm going to cover very soon in a session. So let's jump on to the left side where the job description is. So this guy says, hi, we are an organization dedicated to teaching men emotional literacy, dexterity, and resiliency. Okay. So don't worry. So I think you just need to focus on this. Okay. So this guy, he runs an organization, possibly a non-profit, who is dedicated on teaching emotional literacy to men. Okay. So now we know his target audience, men. Okay. And they're into education. We are looking to hire someone to help us build WordPress pages using Elementor and WooCommerce. Our current site has a 5-step checkout process using WooCommerce that needs to be streamlined to 3, and is also given the 3 steps. Okay, so this is a very general requirement. Sometimes people want like an express checkout on their websites. It could be an e-commerce website or any other website that takes the user through various steps and then want to convert them into customers. Okay, or capture a lead. So what I was looking for is not really all these details. Okay, but this link over here, please remember, and I hope you have a pen and paper ready with you. Please make sure any link mentioned in the project, any document attached in the project can be gold for you, can give you ideas, really exact, precise ideas on how you can go about writing your bid, writing your next winning bid. Okay. So what I did was I clicked on this link. Okay. And I took this thing in mind. Okay. Because reducing the number of steps on any website is not an easy task. You not only have to need the technical knowledge, but also logical reasoning on how you can reduce the number of steps. Okay, so now I have the website name. Okay, and I will make sure that I use the website name in the very first line so that the client knows that I invested the time and I am aware about his business. Okay. So I did a quick look. I really did not check the 5 steps or whatever. Okay. And then I jumped right into writing the bid. Ideally speaking, I did not even read this. I think I read this that he has like some design files. Okay. So first advice is train yourself on reading as quickly as possible. So I think an average person when he reads this and he has to also open this link, I think it would take about maybe a minute or like 2 minutes. Okay. Train yourself to read all this stuff in 10 seconds, capture the focus keywords, quickly, click on this link, have a good look, come back. So maybe 20 seconds. Okay. So now you have invested 30 seconds already. In the next 30 seconds, you have to write something that gets client attention and that, tempts him to message you. And that is exactly what I did. So let me show you my cover letter, and you can clearly see I just invested, like 10 seconds on this. Okay. Not even a minute on this, just 10 seconds writing this. Hi, I would love to assist you with Everyman. Okay. Because Everyman is his business name. And I made sure that I write this in capital letters. If it's a very lengthy name, I will not prefer to write all in capital because it really makes it look very ugly. I would love to assist you with Everyman and reduce the 5-step checkout process to just 3 steps. Okay. This is what he wanted. So in the first line, I have started with a positive message that I would love to assist you in what? In your business, Everyman, and how? I will help you reduce the 5-step checkout process to just 3 steps. Okay. And now he also mentioned that he's looking for someone who is experienced in WordPress, WooCommerce, and Elementor. This is right from the title. Okay. So from the title, I kind of formulated what I'm going to write in the second line, and then from the job description, and especially from the business name, from the website he gave, I formulated the first line. Okay. So these are the only 2 lines. It would have taken hardly 8 to 10 seconds to write this, and all this is just copy paste. Okay. So you can see, and this is a real proof, and trust me, and I would not prefer, I won't advise, but I really never replied to these questions because I cannot invest the time in replying to these questions. So I keep the faith sometimes that reading the first 2 lines, the client is going to come back to me. Sometimes if these questions are like personalized, so as you can see, these are like standard questions from Upwork. Okay. So this is, not something that either client or I should be worried about. But if client is asking me personal questions or questions related specifically to the project, and I can make out that these are handwritten by the client, then I will take out the time to reply them. But if these are standard questions, I will never care to write them, because if someone is asking, do you have any suggestions to make this project run successfully, I don't think there is any answer on earth which is going to satisfy, because this question cannot even fit everywhere. Okay, but somehow Upwork tries to fit in this question everywhere. So I don't think without having an initial discussion with the client, we can even think how to make this project, run successfully or whatever. Okay. So here is a proof, just 10, within 40 seconds, I wrote this thing and the client came back to me. This one right here, right? So his name was Andrew. Okay, this is my proposal, my cover letter. So what happens is that when a client messages you on Upwork, okay, so there is this messages tab on the right. Let me see if I can highlight this for you. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Anyways. So, and you would get to see the client name, which is good. And since you see the name, make sure that you reply him with his name, okay, in your first message after your proposal. and you would get to see his time zone. So looking at the time zone, you can decide if you want to wish him good morning, good evening, or whatever. Okay, if it's probably like late night or something, like you are messaging him and it's like 2 p.m. sorry 2 a.m. or something shown here, then I think you can just write a note that probably you're sleeping. Let's connect tomorrow morning. I'm available between such and such hours. Okay. So keep your communication to the point, very precise, and always tell the client his next step. Okay. Whether he should be coming on a call with you, whether you are going to message him, if yes, when and where. Okay. So right. So this was my proposal. Then Andrew replied me, "Hey Gaurav, now here is something good. Okay. If you have been on platforms like Freelancer and Upwork for quite a while, you would have noticed that not all clients are going to write your name. Okay. What they would do is they would probably have one message written, say something like this: thanks for reaching out, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then what they do is they send out these messages to like 5 to 10 freelancers, and then they see how it goes on the chat. Okay. Now, a client writing your name is a good sign. Okay, is a good sign that somehow he's already connected to you. He's not sending you just a copy pasted message, because you can imagine, for someone in the US trying to write an Indian name, it's a little bit of effort. If the person is putting in that effort, that's the first good sign. Okay, so these small signs will tell you a lot of things that I'm going to teach you over the next few days and weeks, right? So when someone writes my name, I know we are connected, and now I should be doing my best to convert this deal. So, right. So now he's telling me, okay, check this link out, and you can find the designs here. And then he's writing something else. This is an out of ordinary situation, as we had a developer come down sick and leave a bunch of work on his local machine. Anyways, so here he asked me two questions. Are you able to finish by the night of December 26th? Okay. And December 24th is when we are talking. Are you able to make the design for mobile tablet versions based on best practices and desktop design? Okay. Now, what happened was that most of my leads are dead because I keep busy, or I think this guy won't be able to pay me much, or maybe this guy is asking me to work on a day that I cannot work on because Christmas. Because I knew that my team is going to be off work on the 25th, so there was no way that I could have delivered him this by 26th. Okay, so I just let this lead go. Okay. So, I mean, that is what happens with me most of the times, but I will advise you make use of every lead. Okay. Right. So what I'm trying to tell you here is not that I lost the lead or I let it go. Okay. That is a totally different subject. What I'm telling you is that how to write builds and how to not invest hours or maybe 30 minutes on writing builds. Try to train yourself. 30 seconds to 1 minute is all you need. Within this time, you can read the job description, and you will have to train yourself on this day and night. Okay, it will not come naturally. You will have to train yourself to read the bid as fast as possible because you want to capture all the important details, and then simultaneously in your mind you're also formulating the first line of the bid. Your first two lines is everything that you need to write to get clients attention on platforms like Upwork and Freelancer. Okay. Right. And then if there is an external link in the website, if the client has mentioned his business name, if he has attached a document, that is a very good material or a resource for you, using which you can decide what else can go in the first two lines that will tell the client, give him a clear message that you care to read his project details. Okay. Right. So this is the first example I want to show you on Upwork. Okay, I have many other examples on Upwork that I will show you over the next few days. And Upwork is something that has been sitting dead for me. I've just been experimenting something. Okay, and I get various leads on Upwork and Freelancer both. But now we are packed for January, but still I keep experimenting so that I can share with you more knowledge. Okay.